Guys, the day we've been waiting for. We got an opening for the hoist for a few days. So it is Friday night and I have tidied up the shop a little bit. Holy God, look at this. We got 1, 2, 3 of my cars in here. Can you believe it? She's in here. The 55 gasser project is in here. And we are starting this video here on Friday night. We're going to spend maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the plan is to get the body unbolted from the frame, which obviously we all know I bolted it back down somewhat because I put all the new floor in. If you're new to this video, go back, hit subscribe first and watch. Put all new floor in it. So the plan is get the body off the frame tonight, get the frame rolled out in front of it. That's a head start. Then, hang on 1 second here. Ah, shoot! Whoa! I tell you. All the dust. And the next plan is after that is we're going to get out here on the morning Saturday, grind down all the welding lag and anything that might have come through from welding the floors in. We're going to get that ground down, and then we're going to get it with some rust paint underneath it and then some seam sealer. Let seam sealer dry up for a bit, and then while that's drying up, we'll play with some other parts maybe on the other frame we're putting under it. Then we'll texture spray it. Then hopefully Sunday we set this bad boy on its frame with its raised spindles, drop center link, so we can fit a big old badass 409 in there with 500 horse. Nothing crazy. 500 horse, and you all remember, if you're new to this again, we'll get you out here, we'll get you started. You better subscribe. Anyway, now don't pay attention to the leaf springs or the diff. That's just garbage in there for now. But the frame, nothing crazy, didn't go crazy with it, just had it blasted, painted just like a sort of a shiny black. Did put disc brakes on the front, drop center link, raised spindles. I believe the spindles were 4 inches. Sometimes I forget this stuff because I got so much stuff on the go. So, we're going to see where that's going to get us. So as long as I get it on the frame this weekend, sitting back down on the frame, I'll be super, super happy. That will make me happy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, well, let's raise it up in the air here, and let's have you guys take a look at how it looks underneath. Let's all get in there at the same time. Oh, hang on a second here. I've got to turn this around. That way there, I know what I'm doing. I don't know if I got it. I'm going to make sure it's set up on the hoist first here. Okay, let's make sure we got everything good. That one's good. That one's good. Yeah, we're not quite there on the back yet. Come on, baby. That's good, and that's good. Always when you get a hoist, get her up in there just a little bit like that. Get the wheels off the ground. Don't have to tell you guys this. You already know this stuff, right? Give it the old wiggle and wobble test. Look at that body already bouncing on there. Because you already know all the bolts aren't in it yet. Let's turn the music down, because apparently Facebook doesn't like it. Not Facebook, YouTube don't like it when we play music in the background. And they tell me I'll be in big trouble. I'm always in trouble. What does it matter? Stay up in the air. This frame is just garbage, bent up, twisted up. POS. Always make sure you put your hoist back down on the locks. Don't forget to do that. Okay, yeah, we got 2 mounts there bolted down. Nothing there, didn't bolt it down there. The holes are lined up, so we'll be getting 2 mounts there. That's 4. 2 mounts there, that's 6. 6 that are new. Should come off easy peasy. What do we got going on in the back? And yeah, we got new ones in the back here. We got 8 bolts to undo. That looks like about all I got in here right now at the moment. Let's let you guys have a look underneath here, see what's happening with it. Take a look. Remember, I put a 1-piece floor in here. That's the way to go. If your floor is real rotten, just do the 1-piece floor. See, look how nice and clean that is. We got to Scotch-Brite it all. I don't like this black primer stuff they put on stuff. We got to Scotch-Brite it all, clean it up. Like I say, then we're just gonna texture spray this car underneath. No, not undercoating, not that thick, gaudy, ugly crap. Texture spray, the nice smoother stuff. Look at that. See, these floors come with all your inner rockers, your supports. Like, this is the way to go. Now back here is where we got to clean her up. This is the original floor, but the nice thing is I thought it was undercoated. I must be thinking of the shoe box I'm building. No undercoating, just flaky rust. Right on. I can already tell right now I'm going to be going to the doctor tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon because I'm going to have rust in my eye. What else can I tell you? And then we got this piece here. Here's what I'm telling you. See, I had to do this 5 or 6 inch chunk pan, tail pan, whatever you want to call it. You can see the welds through here. I butt welded it all. Got to grind that down, clean that up, put our rust paint on there, then seam seal it. All right? Gas tank straps, who cares? Throw them out. They're garbage. They're from 1955. We don't want that crap. We got new ones. Look at these shackles somebody made on this frame. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Now everybody says, you're going to radius the wheel wells. Yes, I am going to radius the wheel wells. But I am not going to do it until I have my new leaf springs, my new shackles, and my diff all centered in place. That is not going to happen this weekend. Probably not going to happen next weekend. I'm still waiting on my leaf springs. My shackles came in, my new ones, but my leaf springs aren't here yet. So until I get everything centered up, I'm not going to cut the body yet. But we are radiusing the wheel wells. So do not panic and think I'm not. And for those of you that can't stand the fact I'm going to radius the wheel wells, that's okay. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you. You're right. Sometimes maybe it doesn't look good to you guys, but to me, it's something I've always liked. Ever since I saw the movie American Graffiti, the 32 Ford is still my #1 car, but that 55 just sitting there, black, tough, hood scoop, radius wheel wells, yeah, that's the look I want. All right? I don't knock you for painting your car red or blue, do I? Well, then don't knock me for cutting the wheel wells out. And here's the thing with the radius wheel wells, what I'm going to do is when I cut this and cut this piece out, I'm going to save it. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to save it. Because I can always weld it back in. I can do that. I have the talent to do that. My front end, I didn't put an axle in it. I put raised spindles in it from the day. Nice thing is when I don't like it anymore, I can put the stock spindles in it. Bring it back down. Understand where I'm going with it? I hope so. Anyway, we got a lot of cleaning. See, like here, we got to clean those welds up. We got to clean the firewall up under here. See, it's kind of crusty, rusty in your eye, you know. So anyway, that is the plan. Right now, I'm going to set the camera down though. I am going to have myself a little bit of a wash and a clean up because we're going to have dinner. Then I'm going to come out here and do my thing. And hopefully, everything goes as planned and you're going to see this thing off the frame. And that's going to be fun. I can't wait to see it on the other frame. Woo! Okay, guys. This is going to be your Sunday fun day. This might be only one video you're watching right now. Might be two. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, now when we set this out, yeah. Double check. Okay, I think we got those 8. There was a couple already missing in there. Now, I got to drop her down, open the trunk lid because the 2 in the back are tight and they're trying to spin, so we'll get the holding from the top side down and see what we can do here. All right, let's see. See what we can do. She's under there, kinda. Yeah, she seems pretty solid. Yeah, off she comes. Now, I'm going to stop right there. There's the old frame. We got her up. But what I'm going to do, just to secure it, I think I might wrap a strap around the hoist just to make sure nothing's going to go funky. Or you know what? No, maybe I'll lift her up, get the frame rolled out, put one of my jack stands under the back. I know she's a little back heavy compared to the front, but you know, as you can see, I'm trying to rock it here, and she seems okay. So yeah, she is off the frame on this Friday night. Hell yeah! She is out. There we go. God, look at those shackles that someone made. Holy shit. That's unbelievable. You know what though? Look at these shocks. These shocks are really old. You don't see shocks like that anymore. It's too bad. These were factory. They were the plates that cover the shock from all the mud and crap going up on there, and that one's missing it. It's kind of neat to see certain things on here. I'm going to take the diff out of it, keep the diff. You know, there'll be certain things. You need certain stuff for the e-brake, that kind of stuff, but I'm not taking anything in the front. I mean, obviously my wheels and tires are coming off, but basically I'm just going to have I'll take the brake fitting things off, you know. But basically this frame's just going to go for scrap. It seems pretty decent actually here, except the problem is it's all caved in here, which you could still run it, but it's caved in there. It's all crumpled there. You know, obviously it's caved in here. Someone's welded this thing on. Can you fix it? Sure, you can fix it. Is it a decent frame? It's not a bad frame. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll put it on Marketplace first for, you know, a couple $100. Maybe somebody will need it. It's better than theirs, but, you know, I just, I don't want it around here. I've got enough junk lying around here. So there she is. So obviously we're going to start. We got to do a whole bunch of cleanup along here. You know, there's nothing here to grind for welding. It's mainly, I got to clean all this stuff up. All right, tidy up in here and run some seam sealer. This here, see how it's down a bit? Tap that up so it's tight. Run some seam sealer. Just tidy it all up. Nothing to clean up in here because we put all new quarters, and I've already, you know, texture sprayed that side of them. So this should not take that long. So we think. We got to sand all this. You can't just spray on it, just lift off. You got to sand it. So that's our plan for Saturday. Right now what I'm going to do is kick this frame out of here on this Friday night. You don't believe me it's Friday night? I'll show you it's Friday night. You don't believe me? I'll show you. It's Friday night. So anyway, we're going to kick this frame out real quick and get the other one in here because apparently it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, so I don't want the other frame to be wet when I bring it in, so I may as well bring it in now. There we go. So we'll give it a good wipe down cleanup. Like I say, don't pay attention to the diff and leaf springs. That's all getting changed. See, it was starting to get like, this is all new. Starting to get this surface rust on it. So annoying. So, but everything else is okay. See a little bit of rust on that rotor. I did spray him with some stuff, but a little bit on there, but that's all right. That'll wipe off. So, that's it for this Friday night, boys and girls. We're going to continue this video tomorrow on Saturday and keep on trucking. Whew, you guys have a good Friday night. All right, it is Saturday morning and we are out here. Yeah, I told you I'm going right through the weekend. I'm not going to stay out here too late tonight though, but we're out here. I think it's like, I don't know, 10 or 10:30, but we're here. And as y'all remember, we lifted that off last night and we brought the new frame in. Started setting some of the rubber mounts on it there. As you can see, perfect. Give her a little bit of wipe down. She's been sitting outside. A few areas I got to touch up. You know, get some of this rust right here and just touch some areas up. May as well while it's apart, right? So we're going to do that. But the main goal today, we're going to focus on cleaning the firewall up, clean the welds up, get the floors cleaned up underneath, getting it seam sealed, getting all the new floors sanded, getting our not our etch primer, but our primer on there, our rust proof primer on there, and then hopefully we texture sprayed at the end of the day. Hopefully. That would be the plan. Then it could dry overnight, and then tomorrow we can play with the frame a bit. All right, so we'll see what we can do. So right now I'm just gonna let the place warm up a bit. I just cranked the old heaters on here. I got the old heaters just to going. I don't leave the heat on in my shop overnight. Just, you know, I just turn it down to pilot light. I'm always worried. So these heaters, they heat up this shop within 20 minutes. It'll be up there nice and warm. So while that's heating up, I'll go grab some tools and get some stuff set up, and away we go. Woo! Nothing like a good old wire brush. Take care of it every time. Strips it right down. So I'll just go going at her like that and see her wind up. But for right now, I'm going to shut the camera off so I can crank up Elvis and get this place rocking and get the motivation happening. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a view of what it looks like underneath here before and after. I'm going to get to this next. I'm going to start cleaning all this up. Here's the welds I'm talking about that I gotta, you can see here where I butt welded it. Gotta grind those down. And then, like I say, I'll put a little rust paint on here. And then after the rust paint dries, I'll seam seal that. Just brushable seam sealer. I'm not getting carried away. This is, I mean, you can see it's all new floor pan. It's gonna look like a beautiful car underneath. But I'm not gonna get to the extreme. Like, if I was really doing this super nice, I would sand all this, and I'd actually spray all the floors. I'd probably texture spray them, but spray them in the body color. I'd paint the car so it all looks nice off the black frame, but I'm not going to do that because we all know as a gasser, these wheel wells are going to be full of rubber and just stuff everywhere. So this is just a fun gasser project. So when you're watching this video, and you know, if you're that car guy that builds like these 100% white glove cars, this is not this car. Is this car solid? Is it rust free? Is the lines and gaps perfect? You know it. But we didn't build a Churler Queen either. We built a beautiful car that we can go have fun with, which is what you're supposed to do with it. Have fun. Not just leave it sit in the garage and stare at it all day and tell your buddies how much you spent and who did it. Big pissing competition. That's what a lot of these people are. go around to all these high-end shops out there. And they do. These guys go to these high-end shops, and this is a pissing competition. You see these guys roll into a car show, and you ask them anything about the car, and they haven't got a clue. And if they do say anything, they rattle it off like a book. It's a 55 Chev with a 350 a turbo 350 transmission with a 350 engine in it with a comp cam, and then you ask them other stuff, and they don't know. They only know what was written on the paper for the bill they paid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Well, we're getting there, guys. It's a dirty job. I had to, actually I rolled the frame outside, opened the door and rolled it outside. Well, also because I roughed in that little bit of body work that you saw there and primered that. So that looks good. And I'm just cleaning up back here. This is all cleaned up, believe it or not, because that's what it did look like, right? So just a good old, you know, and we're grinding down the welds anywhere where something's been butt welded. So just a couple different wire wheels and a grinder of a flapper disc, and away you go. You know, don't think you have to have all the fancy tools. I mean, honestly, the best and proper way would be to probably blast that under there, but sometimes you blast things, you get all that sand and shit everywhere and you never get it out. Blasting is a good thing. I mean, it cleans stuff up. But I'll tell you, sometimes if you go to paint a car and you got to make sure you blow it down really good after, because if you don't get all that sand out of there and you go to paint it and that sand blows up in your paint job, well, there goes, you know, a few $1,000, right, just down the hole. So for what this is worth, why wheel it, keeps me happy for what I need, right? All right. Okay, we got somebody said on one of my posts, it looks like you clean the floors like your shop's never worked in. Well, let me tell you, this shop is worked in every day. If you go and look at my videos, you're going to see us welding, grinding, working in here. But what I do, which I said to you, is every day we sweep the bay. Every single day at the end of the day, we stop, we sweep the bay. It's what we do. Once every 2 weeks, I open the big doors, turn the fans on, and it's all been swept, and I blow it all out the whole shop. Never get all the dust out, you just don't, but we blow it out. So, obviously, Friday night, before I put the car in here, it had been swept already by Mike. He always sweeps up before he goes home, if he's in here working. And I blew it all out Friday night, so that's why the floors look so clean. So now, you can see, there's the dirt and the grind on the floor from cleaning all this up underneath here. So we got a good job done. Now what I'm going to do is going to take a little bit of a lunch break now because my arms are killing me. And then I got some more I got some sanding here to do, which won't take long at all. I'll have that sanded within 45 minutes. And then we're going to spray some, you know, our rust primer on here before we seam seal anything. We're going to spray the rust primer wherever there's bare metal. Then we'll do our seam sealing, and then hopefully we'll get our texture sprayed up here tonight. So I'll stay out here till it's texture sprayed. I don't care if I got to come out back after dinner, because it needs to dry overnight so we can deal with it tomorrow in the morning putting on the frame. But I'm happy, we're moving along. It is the afternoon now, so I wish it, you know, it's 2 o'clock now. I wish it was more like noon, but it is what it is. And I got to go have a late lunch. Masking, always fun. Takes you an hour to put it on and 2 minutes to rip it off, right? It's like a Christmas present. Guess that's why they have bags nowadays for Christmas presents. Just easier to buy a bag at the dollar store than wrap it. But there's still something about opening up a present that's been wrapped, isn't there? I'm the worst wrapper there ever is. Masking right now, what I'm doing, we're not fussy. Because we're just skirting it so we don't get any overspray on the outside of it. That's all we're doing. So yes, that means that we got to that point where she's all sanded, she's seam sealed. She's got a rust paint onto there. And I don't know what time we are at the day. Getting near the end of the day, I know that much. I have a feeling I might be out here after dinner. I'll spray it, but maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We will see. So I just kind of skirt it along here. We'll tape this to this. You know, this sort of stops it blowing all over my walls, blowing all over the car. The last thing you want is undercoating all over the car, right? That stuff is well, I shouldn't say undercoating, I should say texture spray. That stuff is a nightmare to get off. Comes off though. Comes off better than undercoating. So I should move this out of the way. There we go. Snow, no, still no snow here in the whack. Nothing. I'll open the door up here and I'll show you. It's just, it's cold. It's the wind. It's only like, I think, -3 today or something. I think. But the wind makes it cold. But it's warming up every day. They're calling for rain tomorrow. So, but it's a little cloudy. You can see it's clouding over. The overcast coming in. So I guess the rain is starting tomorrow. So that's okay. Yeah, I put our frame outside because we don't want to, just in case, we don't want anything to get sprayed on that when we do it, right? I go to the grocery store, you know how I always like to have my little 50s Coca-Cola bottles. Well, they don't carry them anymore. At least Save on Foods don't. Went to Safeway, they didn't. Now, of course, they have these bottles. These remind me of when I was growing up from the 70s. These are the Mexican Coca-Colas. And believe it or not, these are made of real sugar. They actually taste different than a Coca-Cola. I imagine you Americans know all that. Maybe the Canadians don't. But yeah, these are made with real sugar. They're Mexican Coke, and they taste better. That's what Coke used to be made of, real sugar, right? Anyway. So I'm going to continue masking here and see where we get. We'll get somewhere on this Saturday. Folks, just spray on. Okay, guys, we got her sprayed. Let's take a look. Doesn't that look nice? I think it looks good. Just like I say, it's not undercoating, it's just a nice texture spray. And the nice stuff about this stuff that I use is if you want, you can paint over it. You can paint over it. Obviously, if you're painting a lighter color, it's not going to turn out perfect because you're painting over black. But I just leave it like this. It's good enough. Might give it a coat of clear. Just one light coat of clear, then it makes it even more washable. But there we are. You look at that, you wouldn't even know the back end was ever. Just looks beautiful. Super happy. So we're going to let the fumes die down in here for a bit. And I'm going to go set my ass down in my bar. And I don't know. I think I'm just going to see what's going on in there for a little bit. Bar, you say? Bar? Are you new? You haven't heard about the bar? Well, come on in. If you haven't heard about the bar, let's come to the Dusty Dive Saloon. This is the office. Why the Dusty Dive Saloon? Because we do restoration work here and everything is dusty. So let's walk into our bar. The lights are on. The Marlboro man is waiting up there with his cigarette. The fireplace is lit up. The Schlitz World is just sitting there waiting. Yeah. So here we go. Got some snacks right here. So I think I'm going to have me some snacks, watch a little bit of American Pickers for 10 or 15 minutes, and just kick back and relax. go. Unmasker. Ah, damn. Got some undercoating there on it. Must have slipped through the tape. That's okay though. It's on the lower part of the firewall. So that's all good. All good, good, good. Anyway, we'll get her unmasked here and we'll get a better view. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, the masking is off, and like I said, I accidentally got a little bit overspray there. Nothing I'm concerned about. There she is, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Looks better now with the masking off, you can get a look at it. We're gonna let her dry up overnight. Pretty much gonna call it a day for that one. It was a long day. It's almost 6 o'clock. And I think we got started at 10 because I went to the gym and left the gym at 9 and then had to come home. So yeah, that's what I do. I get up every morning, go to the gym for an hour and a half, then I come out here. Got the frame back in. So 2 of these biscuits got to move, they go on the back. Anyway, so tomorrow the plan is mount the frame. Got to get the steering out of the way. I'm trying to think about this, whether I can lower the car down, roll the car in, and get that, but I don't think so. I left the box loose. I'll just take the steering box off. For what it takes, literally I just drop the pitman arm there and the 3 bolts, it's off there. Roll the frame underneath and away we go. So that was another fun-filled day. Friday night, all day Saturday, now we got Sunday. So, but I did promise the wife that Sunday I would call it quits by 4 p.m. So I got a deadline tomorrow. I'm going to call it quits by 4 p.m. and get in and take her out for a good dinner. Because she's been nice enough to put up with me gone all weekend out here. So she's quite content anyway. She's got a vintage store. So if you're into vintage, she sells vintage. Got a vintage store. Sells all the little stuff, you know, knick-knack stuff like that. So that's cool. Okay guys, well, I'm going to shut this camera off. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning, Sunday, and continue this video on, and hopefully you think we're getting stuff accomplished. Not me, we. That's right. Okay. Okay guys, it's Sunday morning. Normally this would be Sunday fun day, but it is Sunday morning and I'm at it again. So it may not seem like what I've done would have took Friday night, all day Saturday, and whatever time it takes Sunday, but trust me, that floor and the sanding, I mean, I didn't film it. I just would turn the camera off and turn it on when I have to. And with that being said, someone says you do a lot of editing and your videos must be a lot of work. I don't edit nothing. I turn the camera off and I turn it back on. I turn it off, I turn it back on. My wife takes it in the house when I'm done and she just puts it on the computer and the computer just puts it all together. I don't ever even watch my videos, blank anything out. I don't do that. Don't care. This is it. It's raw, it's live, you're getting what you're getting. So anyway, with that being said, I turned the camera on, off, on, off. I wasn't going to sit here and let you guys watch me sand the floors last night and take care of the rust with the wire wheel. I showed you little bits here and there, but that was it. So anyway, we're here, it's Sunday morning. Car's up on the lift, frame is waiting to go in. So just like I just explained to you, I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to get things kind of lined up here and kind of line the body up and get some pokers. What I mean by pokers is like whatever you got around the house. Punches, Phillips screwdrivers, Robinson screwdrivers, whatever to drop in the holes to make sure you somewhat get it lined up. And that's what we're going to do and get this bad boy on there. So I'll get a few things lined up and yeah, I will admit, I don't work Mondays, but I've now worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going on Sunday. 6 days. Whew. Been a long time for this old man to work 6 days in a row. But I got this. I got energy like you wouldn't believe. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. We are close. Whoa, too much. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Okay, set that there for a moment. We'll put the proper bolts in a second. But for right now, we'll just get it kind of. I gotta crawl underneath there. Just getting there. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm excited to see exactly what the measurement will be once you get the body bolted down and the other tires and wheels on from the other car, because I know what the measurements were on that car. That car was at 14 inches from the ground here when we took it off to this lip here. So I can't wait to see what this one is. Okay, well, I'm going to shut the camera off and figure out what I need to do here. Okay, you guys ready? Now it's not 100%, it's not bolted down, it's just sitting on the frame. Got a bunch of bolts, screwdrivers, whatever in the holes. But now I got to get the car lifted up. But anyway, remember now, there's no weight on it yet, none of that. And of course we got a radius of wheel wells. Stance. God, I can't wait to get it bolted down and push it forward. I may just change the leaves. Oh God, I don't know here now. I'm getting excited because I want this car to look like it's launching when it's sitting still, if that makes sense. But I don't want it to look like it's launching drastically. Like some people, it's got them nose high in the front. And they like that. I don't want that. I want that, yeah, it's up in the front, but not nose high. If I'm even making sense here, I can't explain it to you. Now the crucial thing here is, now we're going to put the hoist under the frame. We're going to see it, try and get, we're going to have to do some wiggling around with the body, but you can do that with punches and just brute force. The other thing is when you're bolting it down, now you got to check everything, because I didn't open the doors, because your doors right now, my doors, the gaps have closed right up on them. And that's because, for any of you guys that don't know, whether it be Ford, Chevy, Dodge, these front supports right there will help to open up your gaps. Okay? So when those bushings start to wear out and you're noticing your door gaps, you can't play with them anymore, that's probably part of your reason right there. But yeah, right now my door gaps are just, they're not bad out, but you can see here, see it's almost rubbing down there. It wasn't before. But that's because she's not bolted down. I'm not losing any sleep over that yet. But we'll see what happens. Now I did have this body on the old frame when I put the new floor pan in. I put the new rubber mounts under it. So everything should go back the way it was. It wasn't like I fitted it with the old mounts, because the old mounts were squished and flat. So I had the new ones under there. There was only a couple old ones that I had left near the trunk area. But on the floor pan I had put the new mounts. So everything should be okay. But anyway, I'm going to shut this down and get her up in the air and go from there. Alright guys, she's all bolted down to the frame except for two. Two are not done just because I don't have long enough bolts here. I don't know what happened. There it is right there. You can just see it coming through. It's not long enough, but that's alright. It's bolted down tight on the front. My doors are opening and closing just fine. I grabbed the other wheels off the frame that was out there, that they were originally on. And I think for the hell of it, for what it's going to take, I'm going to take them outside, light up the hose, and just give them a little SOS, get some of that rust off there. Just make them look a little, spruce them up. Remember back in the day that word, spruce them up? I'm going to spruce them up a bit before I put them on. Oh, I got the steering back in, the steering box back in. Put back in place, so that's good. Get those wheels on there and then drop it down, do our measurement, because that's going to tell us, you know. But I am super happy. It's lunchtime, so honestly, yeah, I know it's Sunday. You're probably thinking lunchtime again, but it is. The last 2 days you've been working, it's been decent weather, and of course, like I told you, Sunday came along and it is raining. It is raining today. It was pretty good this morning when I went to the gym, but the rain did roll in. So I'm not making this a very late Sunday fun day. It's just after 12 right now. I'm gonna have some lunch. I told the wife I'm going to be in at 4 today. I haven't seen her for nearly, well, I never saw her Friday at all. Worked Friday, never saw her Friday night, never spent no time with her Saturday. And here we are Sunday, and she's off doing her own thing, and she's okay with that. She's perfectly okay with it. She doesn't mind at all, honestly. So she likes the fact that at least she knows where I'm at. She knows I'm out here. So, yeah, I think we got some SOS here somewhere. Why not? Why not clean them wheels up a little bit? Sure, there we go. It's all sorts of stuff. You can use some steel wool, you know, the 000 steel wool if you want, but these wheels are far from perfect, and I don't know if I'm going to run these wheels or not. I do like the look of them. They're old school. That's the size tire roughly I'm going to run on the front. But either way, I just want to clean them up. It gives you incentive to look at something when it's nice and clean, you know? So that's where we're going to go. Okay guys, I got it up in the air. Let's take a look so you can see the contrast between the shiny black frame and our texture spray. There we go. So someone had wrote in to my reels I'm posting and says, the least you can do is paint the differential. Well, if you're really watching, I said I've got new leaf springs and differential on the way. And this is just in here for mock-up, so don't get too excited over this diff right now in the leaf springs. And I also claim that's the exact reason I am not cutting the wheel, the quarter panel open yet for the wheels. I'm not doing that until I know I got the new leaves in, I got everything squared away and centered. But you can see it's sprayed up everywhere, how it looks. I love this look. Usually I don't do a frame shiny black. I usually do all my frames satin black. Shiny black shows more of the pitting in the frame, the original pitting in the frame and stuff like that. You know, like you can see it along there, the pitting. It shows that. The satin black doesn't show it as much, right? But, hey, it's a solid frame. I'm not trying to hide nothing. I'm not building a show car here. I'm building just a car I'm going to go out there and do burnouts in. Might take it to the Mission Raceway on a Friday night and see what it'll do. Why not? Right? But not till after I've had it on the road for a year. Because we all know that usually the first season on the road, which is the summer and the spring, there's always bugs to work out. There just is. I never beat on them too much in the first year. Some people do, and that's fine. Some people don't. I'm one of the guys that don't. You know, I'll probably do a couple burnouts here and there, but basically, I'm just going to, you know, take it easy with it, break it in, get some mileage on it, and I'm still aiming, I'm aiming to try and get it on the road for this summer. I don't know if it's going to happen. Don't know, but I'm trying my hardest. And if it don't happen, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I got lots of other cars to drive. It's okay. Right? Don't ever overrush yourself. Don't think you have a commitment. Don't make a commitment. You know, even with me doing the YouTube videos and people being like, come on, come on. I don't let that get to me. I'll get it done when I get it done. And that's it. The thing is I will get it done though. I am out here all the time working on it. You guys have seen this. This is day 3 in a row. I'm almost tempted to take next weekend off. But chances are I won't because I can't. So I'm going to set the camera down to drop this girl on the ground and see what we get here. All right, are you ready? So the measurement was 14 inches. She's measuring 19 inches. These spindles are supposed to be a 4-inch raised spindle. Makes total sense. Time you jam the big block in there, and she's going to come down the hood, fenders, rad, water, all that. It'll come down for sure an inch, maybe an inch and a half. So, and here we go. Someone had mentioned to me the Ray Spindles, they set the wheels out. Yes, they do set the wheels out. I took a measurement where they were originally. I can do it again on the other frame. They were out, I think they're out 2 inches. I think they're out 1 3/4 or 2 inches out. I can't remember. But there she is, look at that. So that's the stance. I like that stance. Now, like I say, envision it's going to come down 1 inch in the front. So, and it's got all worn out leaf springs in the back. So, you know, we'll get our new ones in there. For the back, what I did was I got a set of 2-inch dropped leaf springs ordered. But when you read online, all the comments, everything, you actually look into it. The 2-inch dropped leaf springs for these cars only really drop the cars 1 inch. Now, maybe that's because when people first put them in, they're brand new and, you know, they're not settled yet. I always say when people put coils in, springs in, everything, give it a season of driving it, it will settle. They always settle some. So I think a lot of people are putting these leaves in, and some people are disappointed. They're like, I wanted a 2-inch drop, it's only a 1-inch drop. Like 80% of the people are saying that. I think after probably, like I say, a season of driving it, I think it probably comes down to another one. So I did order the 2-inch dropped ones. It was not enough for me. I can put a block in there. And I don't think it's going to be too much for me because this car is not drastic in the front. It'll look more drastic when the fenders are on with that wheel well arch showing. I mean the front arch showing. But I am super stoked. I mean, it's what I was hoping for, like I say. So I basically took the measurement exactly with this, from there to this piece, and I had same tires, wheels, everything. I had 14 inches. Now I got 19. And like I say, there's no weight in it right now. So it's got to come down 1 inch. If not 1.5 inches. It just has to. So I got a couple things I want to clean up right now. It sat outside. I had it covered up. And of course these got a little bit of rust on them. So I should have clear coated those before I even put it. Anyway, I didn't. Mistakes you make. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm honestly going to mask this off and just give it a little Scotch-Brite pad and maybe put a little black paint on there, like satin black or something like a flat black, so it's got a bit of contrast there. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, this car is going to get driven, trust me. Things are going to get rusty. But what a day. What a weekend. What a weekend. Hope you're all having fun so far. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hope you worked on lots. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to put the camera down and I don't know. I still got like 1.5 hours left in the day here, and as you can tell by my voice probably even, you can tell I'm getting pretty tired. I pretty much have worn myself out. I ain't going to do much tomorrow on Monday. But it's my day off tomorrow too, so definitely aren't touching this thing. Okay guys, well I dragged out the engine mounts. Gave them a nice Scotch-Brite in the sand and sprayed them with some shiny black. And I think that's it, to be honest with you. It's 3:30. I'm going to call it a day. That's it. Done for now. So what have we got? So I know a lot of people always write in. I don't know if they just watch half of it. They don't watch it all. So 55 Chev, 2-door post. I'm trying to build it kind of somewhat traditional, but I'm not the guy that's going to make sure everything is 100% traditional. I mean, I went with disc brakes on it. So I went with the Speedway Deluxe disc brake kit, slotted rotors, all that kind of stuff, powder coated calipers, frames all been blasted, painted shiny black, all new control arms, coils, shocks, raised spindles from the day, 4-inch raised spindles, dropped center link from the day to clear the Chevy 409 going in here. That's what's going in it. Differential and leaf springs, do not pay attention to them. They're coming out. I say it over and over again, they're coming out, they're just there for now. And that's about it that I can tell you right now. Engine's at the machine shop. Anyone that wanted to ask me about seeing it, it's at the machine shop. That's why you can't see it. Just trying to square away that bill. Not going to be cheap, though I'm building it. Everything is new. Pistons, connecting rods, all of it. All of it except for the block and the heads. That's right, I'm not putting Edelbrock heads on it. I'm keeping it old school with the old cast iron heads. We're going to work them. We're going to get whatever power we can out of it the way it is. My engine builder already told me that I'm going to hit, you know, he said my max would probably be, for what I'm spending, would probably be, the max would be 550 horse, but I'm probably going to be at 500 horse. So he runs all the engines on a dyno, so everything gets seen and done. So that is it for this Sunday fun day, 3-day weekend event. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm calling it quits. I'm done. I'm tired. I promised my wife I'd take her out. I already got dinner reservations. I'm going to sit down, have me 1 rum, maybe 2. Then maybe a beer. Then maybe a 3rd rum. Then maybe a Bloody Mary. Then top it off with a margarita. And wake up Monday morning and go to the gym and call it a day. Sit on the couch and surf, YouTube, and watch you guys. Okay, guys? Hey, it's always a good time and old time. I'll catch you during the week. Stay tuned. We'll show you what's going on here. I'll be back on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day. I'm back to work on Tuesday. I'll film some more shit, and we'll have fun. Okay?